The third day of the Republican National Convention kicks off on Wednesday with Republicans, led by the newly nominated Donald Trump and his running mate, U.S. Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, shifting their focus to issues of national security and foreign policy. Here's what is expected of Day 3. Republicans are expected to focus on Democratic President Joe Biden's handling of the ongoing crises in Europe and the Middle East. Former Trump administration officials are also expected to take the stage to outline what foreign policy would look like if he returns to the White House for a second term. Vance will also introduce himself to a national audience on Wednesday evening when he delivers his first speech as the Republican vice presidential nominee. The Ohio senator's headlining address will be his first speech as the Republican vice presidential nominee. He's a relative political unknown who rapidly morphed in recent years from a severe critic of Trump to an aggressive defender. Vance, 39, is positioned to become the next potential leader of the former president's political movement, which has reshaped the Republican Party and busted many longtime political norms. The first millennial to join a major party ticket, he joins the race when questions about the age of the men at the top of the tickets, 78-year-old Trump and 81-year-old President Joe Biden, have been high on the list of voters' concerns. Senate candidates feature prominently during second night of RNC. The presidential race was top of mind for everyone in Milwaukee. But Republicans also want to flip the Senate, and they highlighted on Tuesday night 7 of their candidates hoping to nab seats from Democrats. Only one of them was greeted with significant applause. That was Kari Lake of Arizona, a strong Trump supporter who became a conservative celebrity when she denied that Trump had lost his 2020 race or that she'd been defeated in her bid for governor. All the Senate hopefuls had a common approach: slam Biden for his stewardship of the country and then link their opponent to the president. Overall, the Senate candidates didn't sketch out much of an individual agenda, instead hoping to tie their races to the presidential one. With most Senate elections going to the winner of the state's presidential election, and Republicans bullish on Trump's odds, it's not an unreasonable calculation. Democrats are trying to offer political counter-programming to the RNC, announcing $15 million to fund campaign operations in 7 key swing states, even as some in the party have urged President Joe Biden to bow out of November's election. The Democratic National Committee announced Tuesday that it is investing $15 million in state parties, meant to help them open more field offices and bolster staffing. The funding will let them add to the 217 existing coordinated campaign offices working jointly for Biden's re-election bid and state parties that already employ 1,100-plus staffers in Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Nevada, Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, the DNC said. The investments will pump nearly $3 million into Wisconsin, nearly $2 million each into Pennsylvania, Michigan and Nevada, almost $1.5 million in Arizona, more than $1.2 million in North Carolina, and more than $1 million in Georgia. There's growing anticipation for Trump's speech. Trump and Vance were expected to appear in the hall each night of the convention. Vance is slated to speak Wednesday and Trump will speak Thursday. Trump, who has long decried rivals with harsh language and talked about prosecuting opponents if he wins a second term, seemed poised to deliver a more toned-down speech. His eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., said in an Axios interview outside the RNC that he spent 3 or 4 hours going through his father's convention speech with him, trying to de-escalate some of that rhetoric. With Trump's primary rival speaking, Day 2 at the RNC was an occasion for the GOP to demonstrate its unity, a sharp contrast to the Democratic Party's mounting concerns over the viability of Biden. Do tell us what you think about this video in comment section and subscribe for more US election news.